It's week 2 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chiefs and the Commanders next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season. In a big way in Week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
They'll run on first down. Downing, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. You talk about this Washington defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And fighting down inside the 25. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdowns. Make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up second down. Daniels looking to throw. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Palmer, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And again, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Rice. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are once again back in front.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal. But we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here. And they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 10-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Throwing now is Daniels. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. To the air goes Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them, I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt him 3 times. The fumble cost him potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Mahomes. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 1st down, Pruitt. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. He's settling in nicely here in the 1st quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it's 21-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. The tight end in motion right. They run the counter. Downing. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. In motion is Bo. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had 3 touchdown passes in that game a week ago. He's got 2 already here in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Butker on for the PAT. And this is now a 1-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. Pruitt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. They were caught in no man's land that time with the decision to go for it. That was the right one. It's a 1st down.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. That's Myers. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun. Daniels got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And with that, the lead is up to 8. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 37-yard line. On 1st down, Downing. They juked him. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. In motion is Bo. Now it's Mahomes again. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are back within a couple of the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime, and to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the
Take
2
their
of
breath,
us.
Yeah,
I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. Open man is Palmer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back to throw again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Khalil Shakir, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jamar Chase, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Bills off a win in their opener, looking to make it 2 straight as they lead at home. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, complete. It's Palmer. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Up the middle they go. Pruitt. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion, the tight end. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing now is Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this one is right through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a first down with that catch.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
In motion left goes a tight end. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the 24, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a first down following a gain of 3. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw again. That's caught right side by Worthy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Mahomes now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 2 yards, that sets him up, 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pruitt. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now we'll get a timeout as they tend to an injured player, and looks like that's their receiver, Christian Watson. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll run on 1st down.
Pruitt. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. 2nd and 9. Now Daniels.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Pruitt. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Up the middle they go. Pruitt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's caught by Sennett. And he's taken down inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Here's Daniels.
There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
To the air goes Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. To throw is Daniels. That is caught at the 7. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. Daniels. That's completed right side to Palmer. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on their way to a 2-0 start.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Daniels looking to throw. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Daniels. And it's caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
That one caught by Rice.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Mahomes to throw once more. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Downing. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes got a man over the middle, Worthy. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now Mahomes got to have this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Xavier Worthy with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Pruitt. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now it's Mahomes again.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington. And now off to the races down the right side. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Here's Mahomes to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mahomes now to throw.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Washington, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.